Hey there, ant enthusiasts. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of these tiny titans. Ants might be small, but they're packing some seriously impressive facts. So let's shrink down and explore the incredible universe of these six-legged wonders. Did you know that ants have been around for over 100 million years? That's right. These little guys were hanging out with the dinosaurs. They've had plenty of time to evolve into the super-efficient insects we see today. Speaking of efficiency, ants are absolute masters of organisation. Their colonies are like well-oiled machines, with each ant knowing its role and working tirelessly for the good of the group. Now, let's talk strength. Ants are the heavyweight champions of the insect world. These tiny powerhouses can lift up to 50 times their own body weight. Imagine if humans could do that. We'd be tossing cars around like toys. But it's not just about brute force. Ants are also incredible builders. They create intricate underground cities with chambers, tunnels, and even farms. Yes, you heard that right. Some species of ants actually farm their own food. Speaking of food, ants have some pretty interesting dining habits. While most ants are omnivores, happily munching on both plants and other insects, some species have developed specialized diets. For example, leafcutter ants don't actually eat the leaves they cut. Instead, they use them to grow fungus, which becomes their primary food source. Talk about agricultural innovation. Now let's chat about ant communication. These little creatures might not have smartphones, but they've got a pretty sophisticated system of their own. Ants communicate primarily through pheromones, chemical signals they leave behind as they move. These scent trails help them navigate, find food, and even alert their colony to danger. It's like they're leaving tiny, invisible post-it notes for each other all over the place. But wait, there's more. Ants also use touch and sound to communicate. They'll stroke each other with their antennae to exchange information, and some species can even make sounds by rubbing parts of their body together. It's like a tiny six-legged orchestra. Now, let's zoom in on those antennae for a moment. These aren't just for show. They're packed with sensory receptors that help ants smell, taste, and feel their way around the world. In fact, an ant's antennae are so sensitive that they can detect changes in air pressure and vibrations in the ground. It's like having a built-in weather station and seismograph. Speaking of senses, did you know that some ants can see in colour? While their vision isn't as sharp as ours, certain species have evolved to see a range of colours, which helps them navigate and find food. However, many ants rely more on their other senses, like touch and smell, to get around. Now, let's talk about ant superheroes. Some species of ants have developed incredible adaptations that seem almost like superpowers. Take the trapjaw ant, for example. These guys have mandibles that can snap shut faster than the blink of an eye. We're talking about speeds of up to 140 miles per hour. They use this lightning-fast chomp to catch prey and defend their colony. Or how about the exploding ants of Southeast Asia? When threatened, these kamikaze insects will literally burst open their own bodies, releasing a sticky, toxic substance that immobilizes their enemies. Talk about taking one for the team. But it's not all about combat. Some ants have developed more peaceful adaptations. The Saharan silver ant, for instance, has evolved tiny hairs on its body that reflect sunlight, allowing it to forage in the scorching desert heat when other creatures have to take shelter. It's like they've got their own built-in air conditioning system. Now let's dive into the world of ant architecture. We mentioned earlier that ants are master builders, but the scale of their construction projects is truly mind-boggling. Some ant colonies can contain millions of individuals and stretch over vast areas. The largest known ant colony was discovered in Argentina and spanned an incredible 3,700 miles. That's like building a city that stretches from New York to Los Angeles. These ant metropolises aren't just big, they're incredibly complex. Underground chambers serve different purposes, from nurseries for young ants to storage rooms for food. Some chambers are even dedicated to growing the fungus that certain species eat. And all of this is built without blueprints or project managers. It's all instinct and teamwork. Speaking of teamwork, let's talk about ant jobs. In an ant colony, everyone has a role to play. You've got your queen, of course, whose primary job is to lay eggs. Then there are the workers, who do everything from foraging for food to caring for the young. Some ants specialise in defence, using their powerful mandibles to protect the colony from threats. But here's a cool fact. In some species, ants can switch jobs as they age. A young ant might start out caring for the larvae, then graduate to nest maintenance, and finally become a forager in its later years. It's like they have their own career progression. Now, let's explore the global impact of ants. These tiny creatures play a huge role in ecosystems around the world. They aerate soil as they dig their tunnels, helping plants grow. Many ants are also important seed dispersers, carrying seeds to new locations where they can sprout. And as predators, ants help keep other insect populations in check. But it's not all positive. Some ant species can become invasive when introduced to new environments, causing problems for local ecosystems. The fire ant, for example, has spread to many parts of the world, causing agricultural damage and painful stings to humans and animals alike. Speaking of stings, let's address the elephant in the room, or should we say, the ant in the picnic basket. Yes, some ants can deliver a nasty bite or sting. The bullet ant of South America is famous for having one of the most painful stings in the insect world. It's been described as feeling like you've been shot, hence the name. But before you start stomping on every ant you see, remember that most ants are harmless to humans and play important roles in their ecosystems. In fact, many cultures around the world have traditionally eaten ants as a source of protein. Chocolate-covered ants, anyone? As we wrap up our ant adventure, let's take a moment to appreciate these incredible insects. From their superhuman strength to their complex societies, ants have a lot to teach us about teamwork, efficiency, and adaptation. The next time you spot an ant trail in your garden or park, take a closer look. You might just witness a tiny marvel of nature in action. So there you have it, folks, a whirlwind tour of the wonderful world of ants. These little creatures may be small, but they're full of surprises. Whether they're lifting massive loads, farming their own food, or building sprawling underground cities, ants are proof that great things often come in tiny packages. Keep your eyes peeled for these miniature marvels. You never know what amazing ant facts you might discover in your own backyard.